I use voice typing. Just use the foreign languages. Speaking is a habit. Today topic is using the foreign language itself. When we speak the foreign language, and then we should follow, and the habit is called, uh, you can say, just like what you are, and then foreign people or who you don't know your mother tongue, so means native language and or the second language. Only you should think about the target language. For example, so someone who lives in the jungle, they know about uh, thousand words maybe to communicate from day and night, from the child to the grown up. And because they don't have to learn, they don't have to use it. Even they cannot imagine there are something new. So, and then it means uh, in the habit, and then we can use a few words to communicate with the people. So, for example, when we see the defining words, and there is a dictionary, and then like Oxford Dictionary, and then there are some words like 50,000, more than 50,000 words. You know what? And then about 2,000 words can describe all the 50,000 words that we are defining words. So, and then same the situation. So when we use the few words of the specific words, and then we can explain. To speak is to know about how to explain, and also listening. Also, for example, we in the jungle, they can communicate each other. They understand about, but all the human sound from the world, and then just a few thousand words, and then they have some make a combination of words, make a sentence. They speak all every day speak. Then and they can listen. But in fact, they use many sentences, but the sentences are similar and then repeated. The listening is not a big deal. So, and then even though and people you meet, communicate with the people, speak and then differently, and they use so many like words and expression, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to understand about what they are talking about because you have no knowledge about it. You don't know the words. Only you should know about it, their sound, catching their sound and then catching their word, and then you can say and communicate with them at the level of yourself. And also they understand where you communicate and they understand. And so, and then if you speak fluently and then and you know the lots of vocabulary, it means that you got a level up. Then and you can meet people, you can talk about many topics. But if you don't know the enough words or expression, you can just communicate with some minor topics. And then you can talk about the market, you can talk about the beautiful hobby or some nature travel, and you can talk about the food. You don't have to, even we don't talk. And then we can say a few. So and then no worry about the speaking and listening. And we don't have to be uh, perfect, and we don't have to know about lots of words or that point is just to use the foreign language that you want to use or you want to learn. Just use the foreign language that you want to learn or you want to use, then use that. Any chance, only use it just with language partners in doing online language exchange. This is opportunity because and then they understand what you're talking, even though you have a bad pronunciation. And your language partner help you to speak your target language, foreign language. That is the half of time, and then you can teach your mother tongue. And me and I can teach Korean. I learn Vietnamese from the Vietnamese, and then that is the basic. Also, one more thing, and then the chance to communicate with you, use your voice. This is a strategy, the good strategy to use your voice because use your voice, and then you can get an opportunity to speak with the language partners by sending voice message, and then or also you can listen, devoted to listening, and then using the short, so devoted to listening, and then use watching the video, and you are make your ears open, and then make your ears familiar with the sound, the native sound of target language. So my idea is about I changed my level, and then I changed my level. I changed my level from the intermediate. Not, I'm not an intermediate in terms of the speaking and listening and pronunciation. So, and then I made myself level down, and then I'm the beginner level to go jump to the intermediate, try to become level of intermediate after speaking and listening, having a good pronunciation in Vietnamese with help of language partners or to practice any chance to communicate with the voice in Vietnamese, then and then I can enhance my ability to speak and listening. By doing that, if I have a confidence and then my pronunciation is better than before, then I can start, go to intermediate, and then I can communicate with that language. I can devote to the reading. Reading is very powerful, I know. And then without communication skills, ability, you devote it to reading, then you cannot catch up with the communication level. Then communication level is very important because the reason why we study foreign languages, first, we want to communicate with the local people or someone who speak that your target languages. And also the important thing is 90% to communicate with the spoken language, not the written languages. So and then so speaking is a very powerful tools, and then so you should devote yourself to speak and listen and have a good pronunciation. After then, you got a confident with speak, and then you understand. You make people understand. You know and how you understand by listening. Then and your level jump to intermediate at the time, and then you can talk with the native speaker naturally with many contents of topics, and then reading a lot. The rapidly your linguistic knowledge rapidly increased. Level is very high, and then you go there. You can go jump to the intermediate level. You can go to jump the intermediate level. You can go to jump the intermediate level and then go quickly and advance the level to hold. Even though your knowledge is, and then you can use your knowledge because we don't have to some of the aspects we don't have to learn about our knowledge because already we have a knowledge about it. Only the tool of the language is only and we can use the language. So and then if we use the language. We can use the language. We can swiftly and then and another explain another tool. So and then communicate with the another people who speak your target language. And that is your boundary is expanded, like unified the word. For example, you can you I'm speak Korean, and then if when I speak English, I can expand very widely. And when I speak the Vietnamese, maybe the intermediate to advanced, that is when I travel the Vietnamese and then doing business was I'm talking about with people, and then freely I can talk with them. That is very powerful. That is a very good opportunity to understand about each other and then makes plans and strategy, and then much more talking about in Vietnamese, and then and we understand about it. In terms of the specific environments, some people who don't speak Korean English, then when you speak, yeah, the target language, you can communicate with them. I think so. Now, I have some my contents, and then copy. Even I don't have to type. And then when I use the AI, because of the voice, and then I can use the microphone to make contents. Today, I did many. Oh, that, oh my God. I lost my blog. I don't know where I am now. Copy this and go to AI and say, make contents of using only target language after proofreading with it. So you don't need it typing. And your idea about speaking a foreign language is a habit. And then yeah, I can get contents. Yeah, Here is your revised and proofread version in English, keeping only the target language used and maintaining the original intent. Speaking of our language is a habit. Speaking of our language isn't about perfection, it's about using it. Speaking is a habit. When we try to speak a language we are not good at, we often hesitate. But the key is to use the target language even when it's cool. Use it and like foreigners don't know your native language, and if they do, your goal should still be to stay in target language. Imagine someone in a jungle who only knows thousand words but use them all day every day. They never study grammar or vocabulary, but they can still communicate everything they need. Why? Because they use their language. We often think we need to learn 50,000 words to be fluent, but even in the dictionary like Oxford, only about 2,000 or and 3,000 words are used to define the rest. You don't need to know everything. You need to know how to use what you already have. It's not about knowing more. It's about using what you know. People in remote communities make complex sentences from just a few hundred of thousand words. Their language works because it's repeated, habitual, and spoken every day. Even if someone uses words you don't understand, it's okay. Your job is not to understand everything. They'll adjust, focus on catching sound, imitating speech, and building your own sentences. If you speak fluently, and know many words. Great. You will talk about many topics if you know the few word and no problem. You can talk about nature, food, market, and daily life. We don't need many words to communicate. The point is this, just to use the foreign language you want to learn. Every chance you get, use it. Language exchange is a great opportunity. Your partner can speak your language half the time and you speak the target language, the other half, you can teach your language and they can help you with theirs. And here's one more strategy, use your voice. Don't just type speak. And then send voice message, listen to your partners, record yourself, train your ears with video and with your voice. Getting your ears used to the sound of the language I used in I was engaged in Vietnamese, but I realized my listening and speaking skills weren't there yet. So I dropped my ego and started from beginner level again. I focused on speaking and pronunciation, and now I'm finally becoming intermediate, which with good pronunciation and constant voice communications, I'm gaining confidence. I can now speak with language partners using voice, and once I'm confident in listening and pronunciation, I'll truly be intermediate. Reading is powerful, but without communication skills, you can't interact, and 90% of real life communication happens through speaking, not writing. That's why you need to speak and listen, not just read. Once you are confident in pronunciation and you can understand others through listening, you'll be able to move up quickly. You can talk with native speakers, advance your level, and use your knowledge more effectively. You don't need to learn what you already know. You just need to break the language barrier. For example, I speak Korean, and when I speak English, I expand my world. Now that I'm learning Vietnamese, I can connect with even more people, share ideas, and understand new perspectives. That's the power of speaking foreign languages. Okay, the end.